hate my body so much, and I feel like I'm drowning in my fat.
Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you are sleeping. One of the most memorable stories to be featured on this fan favorite reality series is that of Schnee Murray, who appeared on the show's 6th season. Well, let's not waste any further time and get back to the video straight. As in today's video, we will see the most infuriating My 600 Pound Life's patient. So let's roll. Background story of the show. As we know that My 600 Pound Life usually offers an accurate insight into the lives of those obese patients who struggle every day due to their obesity and even face quite a tough time in their journey so they could lose weight and could turn their lives around the way they wanted. Dr. Yunan Nazaradan, who is basically referred to as Dr. Now, expresses his concern about his patients' health complications the majority of the time that might have arisen due to being overweight, despite the fact that there is no stigma attached to their weight problems. The TLC series has been documenting the patients' journeys since 2012 with Dr. Now for a year, as they try their hell best to follow the weight loss program in Houston, Texas. We as viewers know that My 600 Pound Life does not just deal with diet regime instructions. In fact, it also deals with the psychological trauma that might have made the cast members to become obese in the first place. Such was the case with Schnee Murray, as she is one such participant who literally managed to stand out in season 6 due to her manipulative nature and mindset. Here I have documented down her journey, so let's get a brief sneak peek. Schnee Murray's story. Did you know that Schnee has struggled with her weight from an early age? Well, the reason might disturb you, but the cause behind her obesity, which was showcased by the TLC series, was her traumatic past. Actually, when she was just 5 years old, she was sexually abused by her own cousin. She has shared on her episode by tracing it back and said that she was a kindergartner back then. Even her miscarriages made her binge eat so she could deal with the trauma that used to trigger her by recalling that tragic episode. Since then, she started sneaking in more junk food in her life and found comfort in overeating. This behavior of hers caused her to grow morbidly overweight when she was just a child. For instance, she weighed around 130 pounds at the age of 7, and she even had a teacher who had tried to humiliate her by throwing out her lunch. What a pathetic gesture as a teacher! I mean, who does that to a kid? This misconstrued gesture, in order to attempt to make your student realize her weight problems, would never help. In Shanae's case, this attempt of her teacher just only drove her insecure and made her more towards food. In fact, not just that, she was also bullied by the age of 16 for her weight while she weighed nearly 200 pounds. And by the time Schnee graduated her high school, it went up to 300 pounds, and unfortunately, due to her being overweight, she was afflicted by a bacterial infection known as cellulitis that actually affected her legs, which restricted her to move around her house and to do her daily tasks. This infection made her life worse as it compounded her problems, and Schnee at the age of 20 added another 100 pounds, weighing 430 pounds. There's much more about her tragic trauma that she shared. She even told the crew members that when she was just 23 years old, one of her cousin's acquaintances also raped her, which drove her totally crazy. So to find comfort or to cope with it, she started overeating. Because according to her, she believed that staying big would protect her from such devils in human skin. She shared that when she was over 500 pounds, that was the time she met the love of her life and got married to Freddie. But even after the marriage, Schnee didn't show any signs to slow down her cravings for the macaroni and cheese or any sort of unhealthy amounts of sugar and for even oil for deep-fried food. Therefore, she eventually felt like a burden to her family and decided to seek help from Dr. Now. Schnee Murray journey. Well, when Schnee decided to cut this sort of burden that she is carrying for her family by meeting with Dr. Now, then it was revealed on her first appearance on the show that she was weighing around 712 pounds back then, and at the time of filming, she was 27 years old according to the Cinemaholic. In fact, in one of her episode scenes, she shared, "My husband Freddie pretty much does everything for me." The Indianapolis, Indiana woman confessed as Freddie sponge bathed and powdered her in bed, "I feel like a burden to him. I feel like a burden to my family. I feel like a burden to everyone that's in my life." Her appearance on the show made her one of the heaviest My 600 Pound Life participants of all time due to her weight. In fact, on her episode, which was regarding following routine health checks, it was also revealed that her BMI was 5 times than the average healthy BMI range. I mean, it was risky to even think of. Well, to your knowledge, let me add that a BMI of between 18.5 and 24.9 is ideally fit, and BMI over 30 indicates obesity. Well, after appearing on the show, despite all the struggles of the Dr. Now and the medical staff, she started ignoring his instructions and missed the first weigh-in appointment with him. She actually failed to meet her initial weight loss target set by Dr. Now. So he bluntly told her, "I need to see action. I need to see you commit to this program and lose weight like you're supposed to. There is no excuse for you to lack progress. But right now, the ball is in your court to make changes in your eating habit, and you haven't done that." He then said, "We've given you all the help and resources you need, and you haven't lost a single pound on your own." Not just that, in spite of losing weight for a cause, she gained up to 28 pounds, which tipped the scales at 693 pounds. What a loss of efforts! Then this infuriating patient of my 600-pound life was put on a 1,200 calorie a day diet, so she could aim for a 30-pound weight loss just within the month. But she couldn't and failed miserably. Although she had gained 43 pounds again during her final weigh-in, in the end, just like other controversial stars, Schnee did the same and ended up breaking ties with Dr. Now just by blocking his calls and avoiding all contact with Dr. Now soon after. Well, I'm adding some crazy and hilarious moments that will make you believe why Schnee Murray is considered the most infuriating patient of my 600-pound life. It's in God's plan. Well, there's a moment when Dr. Now called Schnee Murray to know about how much she has lost, as she was assigned to lose 30 pounds in a month. To which she replied that she just moved into this apartment and she is tired. She hasn't figured out the time to eat healthy or to do healthy for herself. She couldn't make it until she rescheduled it. So Dr. Now said that she should eat according to the portion diet, by eating less, on which she countered back that she isn't eating as much as she used to, but all this gain is nothing but a water gain as she knows her body as she has been living into it for 28 years. Dr. Now gave her a blunt answer by saying that it's not a water gain, it's fat. Then the both started arguing over who knows better than who, and Dr. Now gave her a shut up call by saying that, "Don't try to teach me medicine." She then said she is not teaching him medicine, but she wants to teach him about her body. Well, right after this argument, she then threw a shallow, baseless question which had nothing to do with this call appointment. She asked him, "Do you believe in God?" He replied to her that this has nothing to do with her obesity, as it's not the matter of faith but the matter of medicine and science and physiology. But she wasn't in the mood to buy his facts and started claiming biblically that she is submitting her weight loss plan to God's plan, as her weight loss is a part of the divine scheme. So if God wants her to go for gastric bypass surgery, it will happen. After listening to all this nonsense of her, Dr. Now didn't hesitate to snap back by saying that she is in a delusional state of mind. Sneaking pizza under Dr. Now's radar. Initially in her episode, we never see Freddie, her husband, do anything awful, but that's a fact that he's definitely passively enabling her for years, as he doesn't care about Schnee because he never stopped her by saying no, especially while grocery shopping. Because of his careless attitude towards his wife, as when is she supposed to be on a controlled diet, he is the one who actually sneaks and sneezes junk food into the hospital. When he brings pizza for Schnee, he was probably the one who carried out the plan to actually dispose of the pizza box in other trash, as obviously he's more mobile of the two. He made it look like the box belonged to another patient. When Dr. Now called them out on sneaking junk food under his radar, Freddie also jumped to take the blame when Schnee immediately called him that the pizza box belongs to Freddie. Maybe the two also planned in advance to help each other to get away with it. Despite the fact that Doctor wanted her to lose weight, she stopped taking his advice and ended up gaining more weight as being stubborn. Schnee has shared her updates. Schnee started a GoFundMe page following her appearance on the reality hit, which aimed to raise funds for her future weight loss surgeries. After suffering from various health issues, Schnee Murray also spent the best part of 2009 in and out of the hospital, according to the Cinemaholic. Well, after that, Murray made a YouTube video in January 2019 in which she claimed that she had managed to lose almost 250 pounds. And then in October 2019, another YouTube video uploaded on which she shared that she had lost almost 300 pounds and twerked in the clip to celebrate. However, many viewers doubt Schnee Murray, the most infuriating patient's weight loss claims. Well, that's all guys for today with Schnee Murray, the most infuriating My 600 Pound Life's patient. Thanks for watching the video.